Hi, everyone. It's Diane Evans with stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So if this is your first time joining me, welcome. I'm so glad that you have found me. If you're on YouTube, make sure that you've subscribed to my YouTube channel. And if you're on Facebook, make sure that you've given StreamYard permission to do to use your name in the when you're making comments and that sort of stuff. So it's Tuesday, and it's that. How did they do that? It's my Technique Tuesday class. And basically, this is where I pick a technique. It might be one that has been from a long time ago, that's been around forever and ever. Some of them are very, very simple techniques, and some are other techniques. So I'm glad that you can join me. And then what I do every single, hello, Mashwari, and hello, Fran. I'm so glad that you've joined me. So let me just jump on down to my desktop. So today what we're going to do is we're going to do a watercolor wash technique. Very, very simple technique. But and a lot of times it gets forgotten kind of as you're going along, and the color combinations that you can use are limitless. So what you want to do with this particular one, now just before I get started, what I want to do is just to let you know, at tomorrow 9:05 a.m. Pacific time, this sheet will be posted. It'll have the sample that I've done today. It'll have the measurements. It'll have maybe if there's a special sort of thing that I've used, they'll be in the notes. And then what I want you to do is you print this off, you put a sample of yours on here, and then basically what you can do is put this in a 3-ring binder, and then you've got it for reference. I will also be putting a link to this video there as well. Awesome. So that's at 9:05 on my Facebook group. And that link is down below here, and it's the Facebook group with Stampin' with Diane Stampers. Oh, I have a funny feeling I'm going to be interrupted by my dog many times tonight. So let's get going on this. Now, one of the key things that you're going to have to do is you're going to have to use this Fluid 100 watercolor paper. This paper is amazing. It's quite thick. It does have a kind of a ivory sort of tone to it, but once you're using with it, you'll find that you won't even notice that there's an ivory color to it. Hello, Laura. Long time no talk. In any event, so we're going to play, and I've got a bunch of different colors here. I'm using probably one of my favorite colors, and that's the Bermuda Bay. I've got this 5.5 by 8.5, and I've gone ahead and scored it at 4.25. Now, if you were in a place where you have the metric, it's basically a half a sheet of paper scored in half. All right, so we have that. And I'm using with this, I'm going to use a gorgeous grape. And this one happens to be, I know this is a really weird size. So it's 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. And that animal of mine is going to drive me nuts. And then I went and I cut a piece of this watercolor paper, and I cut it with the third largest of the decal dies, the one that actually measures just a tiny bit less than what this piece does here. I think this is the third size. Yes, it's the third size from the deckled rectangles. And so this is the piece that we're going to use. And then I've got a piece for the inside. So let's just go ahead and do the technique. Now, the other thing that you're going to need are some of the water color. Hello, Doreen from West Kelowna. Oh my goodness, welcome. In any event, I'm using the water painters. I have actually got a thing of water over here that I'm going to use with it. And then I'm going to use the same colors that I used for the paper, which is a Bermuda Bay. And we're also going to use this gorgeous grape. I love these two colors together. And then I'm just actually going to take up some of this ink, and I'm going to just put it onto a block, and I'll do the same with the Bermuda Bay. And then that way I'm not tempted to actually put my water painters into the stamp pad. So I'm just coming with the bigger brush, and I'm just going to just lay down some water on here. And I'm laying down quite a bit, and then you'll see how I'm going to do this. Like I say, it's a pretty simple technique, but the effect is amazing. So then I'm going to come in with the second largest of these, and I'm going to go in. I think I'm going to do the purple first. So I'm just going to get some water on there, and I'm just actually going to dab this. And like I say, what you want is you want to make sure that you have a lot of water on the base of this. Now, no two are ever going to be the same, right? So let's see. And I'm not really washing it. I guess the watercolor wash is kind of a wrong name for it. I'm just going to clean out that brush. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my heat tool. And we want to make sure that we get this good and dry. So I'm just coming in and making it dry in between, because I'm going to be using the Bermuda Bay. And I don't want those colors to mix together. I don't want them to get muddied. So we're just going to do this, and we might come back in and put some more of the Gorgeous Grape on here. But I want to make sure that, like I say, I've got that good and dry. Because by mixing it with the Bermuda Bay, it could get to be, you know how colors can get quite muddy. So I'm happy with that to begin with. So I'm going to come back in with that big brush again, and I'm going to lay down some more water in those spots that I don't have any color. And then we're going to come in with the Bermuda Bay, and let's just dab that on there. And you could wash it a little bit, I guess, but I like the dab effect with it. I think it looks quite attractive in there. Now maybe we'll just put a tiny bit more water here and come back in with some more of that Bermuda Bay. And like I say, I could at this point I could turn around and add a bit more and maybe add some more of the Gorgeous Grape, but I'm not sure. Oh, Karen is from Scotland. Welcome. What time is it over there? Oh my goodness, it must be quite late. I know we're looking at probably about 9, 10 o'clock down in Australia, where Mishwari is. And hello, Marilyn. Now this technique works the best once I get this good and dry. It works the best with like a, let's see, a solid outline stamp. I was looking for the word for it and I couldn't think of it. So we've got that good and dry. Also, when you're drying, come to the opposite side, color dry on the opposite side, and that will make your paper lie flat. All right, so that looks like that's good and dry. All right, now because this is a porous paper, what I'm thinking I should do is use my Stamparatus. How many of us don't use our Stamparatus enough? I had a class last night with 11 people in, and let me tell you, it was amazing to use the Stamparatus. And then on Sunday, I also had another class, and I used templates, and oh, it's after midnight. Oh my goodness. Thanks, Karen. I wondered what time it was. All right, so I do have a stamp put on the Stamparatus here, and I'm going to show you what stamp we're using. We're using this Fresh Cut Flowers. I thought this was a good outlined one. If it was a little bit darker, it would be better, but this will work. So I'm just going to come in here And let's put our, where did I put that watercolor paper? I'm going to put the watercolor paper down, and I'm just going to make sure that I've got it in the right spot. Let's see. We want to move that over just a bit. Yeah, well, not quite. Let's see how that's going to work. Oops, now it's not low enough. Let's try that. Okay, that'll work. Now, I just want to make sure that I've got that on there, because I know, because this is a porous paper, I'm going to have to stamp this quite a few times. I think that it's not going to show up as well as I want it to show up. So I'm using my Memento Black. Originally, I thought, oh, this would be great to be done embossed with black black embossing powder. However, I think because it was a wet substance, it could stick all over the place. Oh, you know, it's awfully cold here too, so I know I have to go out after this live and go get some groceries, and I'm not looking forward to it. And we've got snow as well, so it's kind of not showing very good there. So let's go ahead and do some more with the black. I'm wondering if this would have looked okay with Night of Navy. It probably would have, but it might have bled a little bit. So that's why I'm going to go in, and we'll probably do this 3 or 4 times just so that we get that good and stamped on there. People have asked what this is. This is called a Chucky. It was given to me by a customer, and apparently it was done by a husband of someone, and his name was Charles. And so they named this thing after the husband. Now this one's just made from recycled thing. I do have a video, and it's called The Most Amazing Tool Called a Chucky, and you can make your own out of recycled stuff. So it's getting there, but we want to get it a little bit darker. So like I say, I'm just going to go in. I'm going to be patient and keep stamping that so that it gets good and dark. See, I wonder what that would have been with Night of Navy on there. Probably would have been pretty good. One more. I really want that piece to be okay. Let's do that. This will be the last one. Okay. Let's see how that's going to be. There we go. It's not picking up that one piece there. Okay, so like I say, this is the water wash. So look at it right there. Is that not pretty? Oh my goodness. All right, so let's go ahead and put that off to the side. And like I say, this is going to go onto the purple. Look at that. And then onto the Bermuda Bay. And I do have a piece on the inside. Now, I thought this would make a really nice birthday card for my daughter-in-law. So I'm going to come in, and I'm just going to use my embossing buddy, and I'm going to use it with the black. And I'm going to use, where did I put that stamp? I'm going to use this happy birthday stamp from the Artistically, I've got to get that card, or that stamp pad, Artistically Inked. This has some of the best sentiments, and they're big enough that you can use them on a card like this. So I'm going to use my Versamark. Is that straight? Kind of. Oh, thanks, Vicki. Yeah, I really like this color combination. It's Pretty amazing. So I'm just going to put this down here. Just trying to get off to the side here so that I can see it. And we're going to use white embossing powder with this. I'm sure hoping I've got this good and straight. So I'm just coming in with a piece of cardstock. We're just going to put that on there. I use a cardstock because I do not like to have my spoon in here, because then it gets staticky and then you end up with embossing powder all over the place. So I'm just going to come in, take a brush, and then we can heat emboss that as well. You say it's a pretty easy technique. I would invite you to try different colors. The one color that I was actually going to come out with was yellow and polished pink. I thought, wow, that would be a really pretty combination as well. So, right, so this is just going to go on here. Now I'm going to use the glue because I want it to stick down really good. I did do it on both sides. I used the heat gun on both sides, so it's fairly straight. But with all that saturation of water, sometimes your paper can, warp and that sort of stuff. That's why you heat from both sides there. And I'm putting lots of glue on this because I want it to stick down to this polished pink. I mean, this gorgeous grape color. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Just hold that for a second. Whoops. Got a bit of glue on there. Did you know that what you can do if you do get some glue that did ooze out, just take a sponge, and I don't know why it works, but it works, and it takes the glue off. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and put that right there. Now, I have this piece here too that I think what I'll do is I'll just come in and I'm going to take this image here, the more solid image. And I was thinking what I should do is maybe what I'll do is I'll put a purple, the gorgeous grape, on there. Or should I do the Bermuda Bay? I think I'll do the gorgeous grape and just get that good and inked up. And we're just going to put this right down here in the corner. There we go. Oh, I got a halo there. That's not good. So I'm actually going to take that and I'm going to turn it over. And I'm going to do it in Bermuda Bay on the other side. Okay, I don't want that halo on there. So I'm actually going to stamp this like this. And that stops the halo from being on there as well. So I'll just put that. I didn't get very good inked on there, but it'll be okay. It is a handmade card, by the way, so there, or the purple. I really like that purple on there. Okay, I think I'll put that, the purple. I'll just put this in there. So I sure hope you give this a try. Remember, if you like this, give me the thumbs up. Also, another thing, the best compliment that you can give me is to share my video. So I'd love for you to share my video. You can share it from my YouTube channel, or you could also share it from my Facebook. Let's go and put this on here. this onto here. Wow. Simple, fast, simple card. The only thing that takes the time is just that double there. So you know what? I think I'm just going to trim that piece off. You know, I usually go crooked, so I'm going to bring in this little trimmer. This trimmer, Stampin' Up! Was given away for a celebration for joining the Stampin' Up! Community. You wait till you see what they've got in store for this year. Oh my goodness. Good stuff this year. If you like that mini cut and emboss, you're going to like what they're giving as part of the join package. Reach out to me and I'll let you know what that is. All right, so I'll just go and I'll take this off. I'm using the black dimensionals because it's a black cardstock and I don't like to see the white dimensionals on there. Let's just go put that right there. There. And then I thought what would be perfect on here are the iridescent rhinestones because they'll pick up these colors, the Gorgeous Grape and the Bermuda Bay. So let me just bring those in. See how they're going to pick those colors up? Look at that. Wow. Just come in and I think I'll use one of these. We'll just put this one down there. So there's the card. Pretty simple card. But like I say, it's the water wash dab technique, maybe is what you might want to call it. But what I'll do tomorrow is there'll be a picture of this card here. There'll be a link to this YouTube channel or this YouTube. And then there's a spot here for you to put your sample. And then on this part, I'm going to put the measurements for the card. Very simple. The notes would probably be the stamp set that I'm using and the colors that I used in this particular one. So I hope you enjoyed that. 9:05 on my Facebook group. The link is down. Excuse me, the link is down below. So make sure that you just ask to become a member of that group. In any event, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it gave you some inspiration so that you can try this technique on your own. This is episode number 28. Oh my goodness, I've been doing it for 28 weeks now. That's awesome. In any event, you guys have a great evening. We will talk to you tomorrow at 3 o'clock Pacific. I'm going to be doing a mystery challenge. My mystery challenge is a little bit different than other people's. What I do is I turn around and I give you 3 clues. And this is part of when you can enter, put your cards that from this mystery challenge. And what it's doing is just encouraging you to use some of your stuff from your crafting room, and also encourages you to make a card using those 3 clues. So I hope you enjoyed that. We will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.